Hello, welcome back to another exciting tutorial. So today we are making this vast waistline gathered milkmaid gown. So I used 3 yards of fabric for mine. I don't know if you're on a plus size, you might need more than that. So this is the fabric I'll be working with, and it's just 3 yards. So I'll draft out my pattern on my paper first, then transfer it to my on my fabric. So from the starting point, I measure my armhole line, my nipple point, my underbust, and my waist length. Then I want the backs to be very small. In short, it's as good as not adding backs. So because it's just about 5 inches away or 4 inches, yes, 4 inches. So I measure out the shoulder slope, sorry, my shoulder. Then I connected the line like this. From there, I mark out my shoulder slope and I divide what I have left into two, so I'll be able to draw out my armhole curve. So we all know the formula for my armhole curve is your bust circumference divided by 2 divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches. So I'll measure my nipple to nipple the distance between one nipple to the other, which is 8 divided by 2. I have 4 plus my allowance, that's 4.5. That's what I just measured on all the lines I had there, and I'll connect all of them into a straight line. So I am indicating the back side, the back line. So after that, I will measure my dart. So the dart I'll be working with here for the underbust dart is I think I took about 1.5 inches at the end of the day, because I later increase it. So I'm taking my dart like this. I just connect the dart of 1 inch. So from my waistline, I connected it to my nipple point, and from there all the way down to the waist, the length of my half length, to the half length, which is the back length. So another thing I did is I went up from the under bust line by 2 inches. So on the armhole line, I came in by 1 inch, yes. So I'm going to be connecting from this line I just draw. I went up by 2 inches. From that line, I'll connect it to meet my underbust like this, like so. Then I'll connect from the other side as well to this 1 inch I just came out, like so. So I'll connect from my armhole line to the underbust, and from the underbust back to this. Connect it back to the 2 inches I marked. So after that, I'm going to be measuring my body circumference plus 2 inches allowance. So I'm measuring my bust circumference, my underbust circumference, my waist circumference plus my sewing allowance. So you can do less than 2 inches, you can do more depending on if you are using a lining to turn this or if you're not going to be adding lining. So don't forget to replace your dart back on the waistline. You'll be cutting out the dart here. Yeah. Then I'll connect the lines together like so. So at this point, you might want to add bust dart to yours. So if you want, you can just ignore this part. So for my bust dart, there is always 1.5 for most people. Yours might be different. So the box dart is a different distance between the half length of the front and that of the back. So mine is 1.5. I just mark down from the bust point down to that 1.5 inch to 1.5, and I connect it back to the bust point. And here I'm trying to draw out my basket effect here. But before I can do that, I need to close up this my dart here, so it will be easy and to match up properly at the end of the day. Because if you do not do this, after cutting it out, if you connect it, it's not going to be equal. You'll be having funny irregular shape at that edge. So this is what the dart will be looking like. I'm going to cut it out later. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'll close up the dart like this. So remember, after closing it, the line is not going to match up again. So you need to just blend that in. So I will cut it out so you will see. So let me finish up the neckline. Although I don't need this for the style I'm making, but for those of us that might want to use the yoke part, maybe you want to do like a an arm neck or whatever neckline you want for yours. So let me just show you. So I'll mark out my neck to my neck width, and I will also come out. I'll come in this time by another 1 inch and do 1.5. For mine, I'm not going to be using my rope. I'm going to be using a rope, like a long rope, just to tie it at the neck area. So here is what it's going to look like, assuming you are using a queen arm neck or whatever neckline you choose. So at this point, I'll just cut it out. So let me work with my bust dart first. I'll cut out the bust dart. So I'll close up my dart like this with the help of my gum or my paper tape. I'll close it up. You can also use your pin to hold it in place. So I'll now finish up the line, the underbust line about it. So I don't want the bust to be too exposed. So I just need to go up by half an inch. Just to, you can just draw a straight line, but no, I'm going to be using a curve, more like a curve, just to give it a cover effect at the upper part here. So you can do more than half inch depending on how much you want it to cover or how much you want to reveal your cleavage. So I'll then cut it out. So I'm going to be cutting, let me work on this one first. I'll work on my cut first. So I'm going to be using slash and spread for this. So I'll just share what I have here into like 5 or 4 places. You can try to do just 2 or 3 depending. So I will cut it, then I'll label it 1, 2, 3. You can label it however you want. So I'll keep it aside, then I'll need another paper to work with because I'll be spreading it on another paper. You can as well spread it directly on your fabric if you want. So I just draw out a line, just like a guideline to help me to arrange it well. So it will be easy to work with. So place it one after the other, 1, 2, 3, just like that. So the spacing I want to have in between is going to be around 1.5 or 1 inch spacing interval. So I'm just trying to space it the way I want, and so for me to draw out what I have here now, I'm going to be adding like one inches all around like so. So I'll draw 1 inch, even at the upper part I'll leave about 1 inch. So this will include the sewing allowance, and this is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to be adding it like this all around. So I'll label it center front, the upper part, and the arrow indicating the down part. So I'll keep this aside. So I'll finish up the down part of my top of my gown. So I'm just going to cut out the dart. I will also join it back because I want this to be one piece. If you want it to have like a dart line or like a joining, you can just join it together. So for the third piece, while cutting, I'm going to be cutting just one piece of that at the front. And here is the yoke part. I don't need it, but for those of us that might need it, as I've said, so let me just cut it so you see what I'm talking about. So just cut it like this, cut out the armhole and also the neckline. So this is what my yoke will be looking like after, if I am to add a yoke, but I'm not going to need it, so I'll just keep this aside. I don't need it. So the next thing I'll do is to cut on my fabric. I'll fold my fabric into two, and then I'll start cutting each of the pieces I have here. So for the back part, I am going to fold my fabric into two. Remember, I left some allowances at the down part. I said I need a little bit of basque just to give it that back effect. So, and I said my back part is going to be shorter than the front because of the bust that we took at the front part. So what I'll do is, I don't forget to add your zipper allowance. So I'm going to place it like this, and I will fold in the down part. Yes, I'm going to be folding it in so I can cut the down part. So remember, I said it's not going to be the same length. So I'll fold it up like this. Just watch what I'll be doing, guys. So I'm going to fold it like so, then I'll cut out. So I've gone ahead to cut the front part, and I've also weaved it out. So I close up the center because I don't want the breast to be too revealing. So there are several ways you can just do this. You can decide to attach your elastic. You can decide to attach elastic, or you use your rope. I'll be using rope at the end of the day for mine. I'm just using this to show us different ways you can work around this. So you put your elastic like this, just to gather it together like so, and you do the same thing for the other side. And if you're going to be using this smoking thread, this is a smoking thread. At any tailoring store, we have it. Just ask for smoking thread. So you can also use it for your cuff area, and the last one is this rope. So I'll show you what I mean. So this is the down part. I'm gonna have to sew it together at the center. I later open mine at the center and I joined it. So after sewing whatever you want to sew at the upper part, you are going to be gathering the down part. You use like a gather stitch for this, and you just gather it around and sew at that point on the bust up side like this. You can also use your hand to just gather around. So I've gone ahead to attach my elastic just to show you what we have here. This is the effect you get at the end of the day. So I have loosened the elastic and I am working with my rope. So I attach a bone end, sorry, the channel for my rope because I want the upper part to have like a to have the weaving because I weave the upper part. So after that I then gather it. So I draw out my gather I'm going to be dragging it like this. Just pick one rope and work on the other. So I have attached it, and here is the down part. I have also gone ahead to cut out the down part. I just cut out the fabric I have left, a long fabric at that, and then this measured my waist circumference in three places. So assuming my waist is 38, I multiply it by 3, and that is the length of the gather I have here. So I draw the gathers, and here it is. This is what I have. So after gathering it, I gather it to the shape I have, to my waist circumference exactly. So this is the back part. I have gone ahead to type the neckline, and here I'll just take my body circumference divided by 4, just the way we cut it while cutting on our. So my waist, and the underbust divided by 4, and I'll connect them. So I'll take it to my machine and shape it. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the front part. So this is what it's looking like after joining both the down part and the upper part. So the next thing I'll do is to attach my zipper at this point, and yes, so this is what my dress is looking like after attaching my zipper, and so it's so ready. So guys, if you have found this helpful in any way, don't forget to like my video, hit on the subscribe button and also the notification button so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So thank you guys for always stopping by, and if you're a new subscriber, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye.